morning from beautiful and slightly chilly Central Portugal. I think the heat wave is finally over, and that makes me incredibly happy. It was brutal, and I'm happy to see the back of it. Until next year. I'm sure I'll be complaining about the cold weather in no time, so something to look forward to. Let's just dive right into this video. It's another mishmash one. I've got a whole bunch of different things that I've done this week. I really enjoy filming these ones, and I hope you like the mix of tasks and social outings that I put in this video. So enjoy it, and I'll see you at the end of the video. It's time to do some more food prep. I'm going to try fermentation for the very first time, and I'm going to try to make a chili sauce. I picked these peppers from the garden the other day, and I'm going to chop them up and stick them in a jar and get them fermenting. I decided to attempt a pineapple ginger chili sauce. I think it's probably smarter just to go with a basic chili sauce and not complicate things, but you know, I like to complicate things, so I'm gonna go straight in with this ginger pineapple chili combination. To complicate matters, a friend of mine has told me that pineapple can cause fermentations to explode, so you'd think that that might make me shy away from the old pineapple in the fermentation, but no, I'm gonna stick with it. Anyway, I'm gonna get chopping and put these chilies in a jar, and then I'll go from there. So I've chosen to chop my peppers. Oops, lost one. I've chosen to chop my peppers up. You don't have to do that. I think it just helps with the fermentation process, and since this is my first time doing this, I need all the help I can get. So I chopped them up, plus it allows me to squash them down in the jar a little bit more easily. So there's that, because I wasn't sure my jar was big enough. Chopping complete. Next step is to get the pineapple, the exploding pineapple, and the ginger, chop it all up and stick it in. I'm going to live life on the edge. I'm just going to stick the pineapple in there. I'm not going to look up anything about explosions. I don't think I want to know. Actually, I probably do want to know. If there's anything I want to know in life, exploding glass jars would probably be the thing. So actually, I have changed my mind in a matter of seconds, and I will consult the internet about the possibility of exploding pineapples, and get back to you in one moment. Sadly, the internet has failed me about the exploding pineapple situation. It gave me some information about pineapples exploding in the tins, and it gave me some information about exploding kombucha bottles, but nothing about sticking pineapple into a chili ferment. So I'm just going to go with it. And I'm going to hope for the best. I forgot the garlic. So ginger, garlic, pineapple. I have a bit more pineapple in a tin, and the recipe said that tins were fine. So I'm going to weigh out the peppers so I know how much ginger, garlic, and pineapple to add, and then go from there. The recipe calls for 1 pound of chili peppers, and I have just under a pound, so I'll just reduce everything a little bit, put in a couple less bulbs of garlic, a little bit less ginger, and a bit less pineapple. And yeah, I guess it'll be okay. It's not an exact science by the sounds of it, or is it? Fermentation sounds kind of sciencey. This could turn out to be a rather interesting jar of hot sauce, if it survives an explosion. One thing that I didn't really think about when I was chopping the pineapple, and especially the ginger so small, is that you want to weigh everything down to stay under the liquid, so I probably should have kept those pieces a little larger. The bigger the piece, the less likely it is to kind of sneak up around whatever I use to try to hold it down. So next time, that is what I will attempt to do. This time, let's hope it stays beneath the brine. So I'm going to add everything into the jar, pour on my 2% salt brine, and I don't know, stick it on a shelf for 2 weeks, I guess. I think I'll call this sauce Exploding Pineapple Hot Sauce. And hopefully it doesn't explode. All right, to the darkest corner of my house with you, you go. See you tomorrow for a little burp. Bye. So, good morning from a new day. It's been a little bit cloudy outside this morning, but it's blue skies now. And something interesting has happened. I'm up early this morning and I'm slow cooking some goat. I've got a goat leg in there with lots of yummy things. And apparently I should not do that. I should monitor my battery from my solar system a bit more closely because it has run the battery down to 25% and the system has shut off. So I think plugging the slow cooker in before the sun has fully come over the house and started shining on the panels was a bad move. I should have first checked the battery to see what level it was at because it's gone down to 25% and that's caused the system to shut down, which obviously caused me great alarm. It's quite shocking when your solar system starts beeping aggressively at you and the lights go off. Nobody wants that in the morning. But luckily I have this Bluetti solar generator. I just got it back from my friend who I lent it to for a couple of weeks. She had a problem with her inverter and she basically needed to get it fixed and was without power. So I wasn't using it, it was just sitting around and I sent it over to her and she made very good use of it for 2 weeks. And now, in my time of need, when my solar system just shut down because I ran the battery down, I have this generator. So I've been able to plug the slow cooker back in and keep the meat cooking and plug my fridge in. So the two most important things. This is exactly what it was designed for, I think, and thanks, Bluetti. You saved a whole bunch of stuff in my freezer. I just bought ice cream yesterday, and I would have been very sad. Anyway, all is well. I'm waiting for the battery to charge up, and I'm waiting to hear back from the solar people about how I reset my system. So it's really good to know this. I was kind of living in fear of the battery going down to 25% because I knew that I didn't know what to do if that happened. I was hopeful that the system would just kick back in when the battery went above 25%, but that doesn't seem to have happened. So I need to figure out what switches to push, what to do, and then I'll be up and running, and I will be a lot more vigilant about monitoring my battery. I think the fan, the slow cooker, the fridge, my computer being plugged in, all that stuff at once, overnight, it just ran it down. Plus I ran my pump late last night as well. Because it's been sunny summer days, I haven't looked at my battery at all. And now I know I should be a little bit more on top of that. So, lesson learned, good to know, and I'll be curious to see how to turn everything back on. Okay, so confusingly, one guy at the solar place says turn the inverter off and then back on again. And another guy says that it'll start up automatically. So, it hasn't started automatically, so I'm going to try to turn it off and on. When in doubt, turn stuff off and on. Here we go. Yay! Now I know how to do it, so that's amazing. And yeah, I'm not living in fear. The alarm is still beeping, but the green light is on. So maybe I'll ask about that. But the lights are on, and I'm going to keep everything plugged into this Bluetti generator just until the battery charges up again. And if I want to use the slow cooker in the future or my water pump at night, I might actually use this instead, so I don't have to encounter this problem in the future. So yeah, lesson learned, quick fix, that's always good. And another way Bluetti has saved the day is with this USB-C cord for my iPhone that I ordered. I don't know what USB-C is. I don't own other USB sticks that are USB-C, but this thing is. I ordered it by mistake, obviously, but lucky for me, I can still charge my phone on this little USB-C port right here. So that's what I've been doing. Seems ridiculous to power up the Bluetti to charge my iPhone, but you do what you gotta do, and I'm very happy to have this guy. It's a beautiful morning. I'm excited to get started on a couple more random but pressing tasks around my place. First one, I'm going to point the doorway that I was working on all week last week. Just get it done, cross it off my list. The second task will be to deal with the abomination that lives in front of my house. I have this massive pile of crap It's just been accumulating, growing. I just added giant cardboard boxes to it the other day. One of them is taller than the pomegranate tree. It's out of control. It's not cool to have a giant mound of crap right in front of my house. Somebody mentioned in the comments that it's blocking my beautiful view. And yeah, at this point it really is. So there's no need for it to be there. It's just laziness really on my part. And so this morning I will attempt to liberate the fine sand from this rather amazing and very shameful mess that I've made in front of my house. And while I'm cleaning up that amazing mess, I might as well also do something about this. I am not looking forward to these jobs, but I know I'll feel so much better once I get it done. So I think I've had a pretty good start on the tidying. I'm not filming it because I hate tidying, and the idea of filming it, moving the camera around, thinking about that, fills my soul with sadness, takes away all my gladness. So I'm not filming, but I'll check in here and there. Oh, is there a bug on my head? Get off. I'll check in here and there and show you my progress rather than dragging the camera around and having it take twice as long. So here's where I'm at. So I've liberated the pomegranate tree from the boxes. Got some recycling and garbage on the go. I don't really know what to do with those clay buckets. I'll be using them quite soon. The gas tank will be going to exchange for another one. Does anyone have any guesses what this wood is for? I'm going to be using it very soon. Probably it'll make an appearance in next week's video or the week after. But yeah, if anyone has any guesses what these are for, let me know in the comments. So that's where I'm at with the pile of shame. And then up here, I'm making some progress. Basically, I'm just tidying up plumbing stuff and dumping it up in the mezzanine, so it's probably not real tidying, but I'm getting there slowly. So I'm going to clear all this stuff away, and this will give me a spot to put all of my gardening stuff so that it's not down there. Wow, I'm hot and tired. I think that pointing was very ambitious and very foolish to think that I could get all this done in time to beat the sun, but I didn't. As you can see, the sun is almost upon us in the doorway, but I'm super happy with all the stuff I accomplished in the realm of tidying up. So let me show you what I've done, and there will be no pointing today. I'm going to do it first thing tomorrow morning. Instead, I'm going to go meet some friends at their place for a coffee, and I think in the afternoon I'm going to finish my design for my tool shed and finally put the order in for wood. So if I can get that done today, that's a major job, finally finished, and I'll be really happy. So yeah, this morning was a tidying mission, and the mission isn't completely accomplished, but it's almost accomplished. So we can finally see my long-suffering pomegranate tree again, and all the strawberries in the little garden. I've tipped out all the pots and put them into a big, basically, dumping ground for soil. I don't know what I'll do with that yet. The cardboard boxes will stay here until I can figure out what to do with them, probably in a couple days. The sand will stay here while I use it, and then this, I don't exactly know what to do with all this stuff. There's probably somewhere that needs some hole filling in or another, so I'll just keep it here for now, and I don't know, when the time comes to put it somewhere else, I'll move it one time. It doesn't look great, but it's not the end of the world. I've also tidied up my front porch a little bit. I've got the stuff ready for pointing tomorrow. I've got my lime there, all the tools, bucket of water. And then over here, I'm ready to go for some lime slaking. I actually couldn't find a large bag of lime, so I've gotten these 5 kg bags, which makes everything a lot more expensive, but I just need to get it done. I need to get some more lime on soak, so I'll move this orange bucket somewhere more convenient and less in the way, and get to that very soon as well. And then over here, this is my gardening supplies area, so all of the buckets and pots and all that stuff have been moved here. So yeah, I'm very happy with that morning of work. I've got a lot of things done, a lot of things in place to use them in the near future, but over yonder, behind here, this has become my new dumping ground. There's not so much back here, but it's where I've kind of hidden the stuff away that I don't really know what to do with. So yeah, let's just never come back here ever again. Let us never discuss that area. But Before I can go for that coffee, I have to deal with this. I filled the car tractor up with a whole bunch of recycling, a couple small bags of garbage. I'll take all this just up the road 5 minutes to the village recycling center and unload it all in the hot, boiling sun. Yay! But then after that, I get to go see my friends for coffee, so it's all good. I'm very pleased with this morning's work, and I'm going to take it easy for the next few hours. And then tonight, I'm heading to a place called Camper Camping for a night market, which should be pretty fun. Good morning. Today is the day that I'm going to finish the front door by pointing in between the stones, and I'm really excited to get this done. I enjoy pointing a lot, but I'm making my life a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. This is going to be pointing with a deadline. I'm meeting my friends at noon, and we're driving to a village called Idania Velja, I think, for lunch. So I've got 2.5 hours to get this done. I think that's plenty of time. Of course, those could be famous last words. Everything always takes way longer than I expect, especially when I film it. But it's just a tiny spot. There's not many rocks there to point. I won't need a lot of mix. And I'm reasonably confident that I can get this done. I'm a bit sleepy today, which is weird because I had a great sleep. I had a pretty relaxing day yesterday. So that's odd. But nothing wakes a person up like a bit of pointing in the morning. That's what I always say. So let's get to it, and I'll see what I can get done and see if I can spring out of my sleepy fog in the process. Hello. Where have you been? Are you hungry? Hello. Come here. Come here. Mikey. I demand food. Okay, I'm coming. Good morning. Good morning. Should I have your breakfast? I'm done, and it only took a couple of hours. It was much quicker than I was expecting. I'm really happy with the final result. I'm happy that it didn't take all morning. So I have some time to have a shower, chill out a bit, and head to lunch fairly soon with my friends and explore a little village. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will see you in the village.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Hoje é dia de festa, cantam as nossas almas para menino Michael. Uma salva de palmas.
Thanks for a lovely meal.
Thank you very much.
What did you think, Abdullah?
Very nice.
All good?
Best one, best food.
All the way from Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And he have been eating all over the world.
He has been. He's a man of the world.
Yes.
Best food is here.
All right. You heard it here first. Good morning from a new day. A couple of people pointed out in the comments that my solar panels are super dusty, and that could explain the reason why my battery ran down, because they're struggling to power back up because they're covered in a layer of dust. I can actually see it. I've never cleaned the things, believe it or not. I asked the solar people when I had them installed whether they needed cleaning, and he just basically said, don't worry about it, the rain will take care of it. But this summer, we haven't had any storms. Usually we have 1 or 2 rainstorms, but this summer has been completely dry, which means the panels haven't had a little wash off. So I'm going to figure out a way to clean them. Generally, you can just sort of squish them with a hose, but I don't have hose power. I do everything by gravity, and my tank is lower than my roof, so I can't use a hose. So I will find another way and give them a clean this morning. Yeah, I can actually see, even just from standing here, that they're coated in a layer of crud. So my friends loaned me this mop head. I need to find a stick for it, and I guess I'll just get up there with a ladder and a bucket of water. So it's not screwed in, but I think it's in there pretty tightly, and it should do the job. So let me grab my ladder and get these panels washed off. So yeah, those are looking pretty scummy. So get a bit of water, get the mop on them. Might have a hard time reaching the top, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, job done, panels cleaned, very happy about that. And so that was my week. I had a lot of fun last week. I was busy, did a bunch of social things, saw lots of friends, so it was good. It was really fun, and I feel like I got a lot done as well. I really do enjoy filming these sort of mishmash videos where I do lots of different tasks in one video, basically just following my week. They're fun to film, and I think many of you have said in the comments that you like them too. So I'll try to do a video like that fairly regularly. September, though, is going to have a lot of building videos coming up. I'm trying to get my place a little nicer for when the cold weather comes and I spend more time hanging out inside. So I've got lots of what I think are exciting building tasks coming up in September using natural materials. And so, as always, thanks very much for watching. I really am enjoying this whole YouTube journey, and I'm excited to have you guys along for the ride with me. It really is a lot of fun, and I do enjoy hearing from you in the comments, so please do comment if you have a question or just want to say hi. And like and share and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.